All right. You know what it is. It's your boy Linky Links, and welcome to episode number
11.
Deep.Organic.Phuckery. Again, I'm your boy Linky Links.
And I'm Damion. Well, I'm a man though.
Jesus Christ. And as usual, he has to be dry like a chips. But we have a very important and special guest on today's show. Well known for keeping some of the biggest and the most expensive events, not only in Toronto, not only in Jamaica, not only in New York, but all over the world. The man himself. When the girls have seen them, say, people But I thought on the podcast, I go like a shy, eh? You understand that? Cheers, my brother.
Saunjay, you're in the best weekend ever. Can we get a sponsor? I have no sponsor in this.
Exactly.
Can we get a sponsor? Can we be sponsored?
I know, but you never eat a drink.
First sponsor. So best weekend ever. Sands, Milk and Honey. What else? Flux. Daybreak. Zimmy something. Can we get sponsored?
Brunch.
You know what? I'm proud of you, brother. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you, and most importantly, I wish you nothing but continuous success. You know what I mean? Yeah. When our brother we can call him.
So okay, so this
right,
is the
boss.
thing.
I'm going like deep freezing that you know.
So we started giving flowers last week, right?
Yo, I can't believe no. I wonder if somebody write that script again last week. I'm still in a shock.
So we have a bunch of flowers to hand out. That's fine. We can hand them out from now till next year. So this week we're gonna hand out flowers. Yeah. What are you doing?
May I look for flowers? I say, yeah, give you flowers. So, you know what I say?
Yeah. So the reason why we have Saunjay here today is because we want to highlight not only the failures of black men, because that's what society tends to do. We want to highlight the successes. And this gentleman here, fairly young man too, he came as an immigrant, and he's been
basically run off.
He's been doing his thing.
Swim.
He's been doing his thing to the point where now we can say, he's a part of the best weekend ever in Jamaica, which is basically competing with Dream Weekend, which is a big deal. I think that's a big deal. But I'll allow him to talk about his story. So that's why we have him here, so he can shed a light on some of the things that he's doing as a person. And we just want to highlight that. We want to give him his flowers and, congratulate him on the hard work that he's done over the years to bring himself to where he's at right now, and wish him continued success.
Which is right. Cheers to that. Let's have a drink.
The first question I have is, what year did you come here?
I can't even remember.
No.
Big man thing.
Saunjay, you're not older than me and bigger. Are you older than me and bigger?
No.
Like 2005. 2005.
Oh, 5?
Yeah.
That's the same year I got here too.
Yeah.
Oh, 5. Wow.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. By air or by sea?
By plane.
Okay.
No, by air?
That's by air.
But you want to see us say something.
No, that's by air. Yeah. So when you came here for school, or you just came here?
Yeah, for school, I guess.
So you went to George Brown, right?
Yeah.
What did you take at George Brown?
Business management.
Business management?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you using it now, or are you just natural abilities?
So.
I don't know.
No?
I don't know. I feel like some aspects, yes, maybe, but.
Do you think anything from what you learned at George Brown doing business management kind of transfer over into what you're doing now in terms of keeping the events and stuff like that?
Not a blood clot. Yo. Oh, can you swear?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right.
It's Deep.Organic.Phuckery.
Yeah. What do you mean no?
Nothing?
Nothing at all. Come on, at least one thing.
No, not really. I don't really feel so, but maybe.
No, but you're doing business management. There must be even the name business management. There must be something that you're managing business with. Something in the course. Nothing?
Probably.
All right. But
I'll
you're not,
give it a probably right now.
But it's not at the forefront.
No.
Okay.
All right. So my question I want to ask you is that how did you get started in like keeping events and doing all
First of all,
things?
do you consider yourself a promoter or a business or an event planner?
Event planner.
Okay,
for sure.
How did you start?
Yeah.
When did it start and how?
It started at George Brown. Um, I think you can say we hung out in the student lounge a lot and
You
made
never
a
like
lot
a
of new
class.
friends. And
Yeah,
no,
I know
we
what
didn't
that
go
means.
class.
I know what
We
that
didn't
means.
go class.
I know what that
You
really
just
means.
pretty it up so hang out, you know?
That really means we didn't go to class.
Yeah.
No, but I think it started with the pub nights. I guess you can say
Mm-hmm.
at some point we started like we did a petition actually for the pub nights to go longer because the pub nights used to end at I think around 9. Now we feel
Who's
like
we? Is you
just
on a,
like
it's a team
me
of
and
you?
whoever. Well, I me really organize it, but you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
If I roll with people, I'm not a I person.
Yeah, yeah.
I prefer to say
Team.
we. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Team.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it used to end at like 9. I like, yo, this really kind of early because 9 o'clock outside still daylight. So we got I think 1,000 signatures and brought it to the student association. They're like, all right, we'll give you guys until 12. From
So
that,
what time was it cut off?
it used to be.
9.
It used to end at 9. It used
Oh
to
my
God.
George Brown pub night at St. James campus. It used to be like an early thing, right? So then, not only that, just because I like Jamaican music, dancehall music or whatever. So I used to go to Paradise and Epiphany Hall, and a place there, whatever the case.
Paradise
may
for
be.
the Kids is that place at Atwell that used to pop on Saturday nights.
Do you-
Friday
you
and
used to go
Saturday.
there?
Huh?
I used to go
I
there.
used, I've been to
But
Paradise.
not even
I don't
that.
like
Just,
it though.
Not even that. Just other little places. I used to go. We used to be out like every night, even when I was school. But we kind of wanted our own sound. Like, you know what I says? Like the DJs that they would have like some little no-name DJs. So I think one of the week then we kind of say, yo, any if you up the pub night thing a little bit more, so we draw for Steeny at one point and get a different vibe. Because at the time, I think York, there was alright, but Humber had like the real pub night. But
Right.
from there, I think we kind of stepped it up a little bit. You know what I say? A lot of people, the popularity amongst our peers was good. So when it comes to events happening on the weekend, you invite a few people out, then you realize, shit, everybody's out. George Brown used to organize, I think, a back to school boat ride or something like that, or whatever the case may be. So one time, I'm like, maybe we should do something as well. So my first event at the time would have been at government. I don't know if a lot of people know where government is, but one of the rooms at government, not the main
For
room.
the kids, government was one of the popping nightclubs out.
Yeah, so it was in
I'm narrating.
it was in the upstairs room at government. I can't remember what that room is actually called. And we did another one downstairs at government, but then you know what I'm saying, because you're in school, it's easy to get people to come out or whatever the case may be. After school, the transition, I guess, to come uptown, more of like a banquet hall type of thing, because what it is at that time, just coming to Canada or whatever, before even Paradise and them little thing, it's more like a downtown thing before you come uptown. But then
Yeah.
you realize, say, yo, the uptown thing kind of have a little flavor. Because in Jamaica, I never used to go street dance and them little thing there like that.
It was an uptown kid. It's okay to say it.
No, I mean, that's what I said. I never really used to
I know,
the
I
video
told
light
him.
type of party them and things. So when we actually touch on one part, I say, yo, what the fuck is going on? But then it kind of give a little vibes like, if you miss Jamaica, this
Who was the
make you
first?
feel like it
Who was the
home.
first video man in Jamaica again that used to video the girl? Like it's not too grand. Who was
Nah,
it?
man.
Jack Sower or something?
You'd have
Right
Jack
now.
Sower.
I'm not that old still.
For me,
But-
you'd have a youth named Video Maniac
Stop
from
it,
Portmore.
Saunjay. Stop
No,
it.
but not that
Video
old.
Mania?
Video Maniac from
Yeah.
from Portmore.
That was a thing, bro.
Yeah.
And plus, me as a country youth, so me really know about none of them something there. You know what I say? But the uptown thing did have a nice little vibe, I would say. So I wanted to get into that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're from Mandeville, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so did you move to Kingston?
No, not even
Oh, you just
Kingston
traveled
at
to
all.
Kingston back
Just
and
travel
forth.
to Kingston. But
Okay.
yeah, I have place at Kingston also. I think now when we go to Jamaica, we kind of base in Kingston and then visit family in Manchester or whatever, right?
So you started at George Brown down at government, you know what I mean, and you worked your way up to uptown.
Yeah, link up with a few people, then we started
Ever fresh.
Everfresh group or whatever the case may be.
Because at the time it was popular to have groups. Ever
Exactly.
Fresh, Fun
Yeah,
Squad,
yeah,
this
yeah.
squad.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it was.
It's still popular
at the
to
time.
have a team.
Is it?
Yeah.
But you can see like Sanjay is really a team
Yeah.
person.
Team
You know?
oriented.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I'm
team.
saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And sometimes I think that's one of the things that's kind of beating us as black people. We feel to work together.
Very well. We work together, but not very well.
Well,
That is.
well,
the
that's
key.
true.
That's
too.
the problem.
Yeah, that's true. Too.
Yeah.
So,
We'll
well,
do it. but
some
we'll do it
don't, and when
half-heartedly.
we do, we don't work well together.
Yeah, and some people don't communicate. I'm just saying.
Yeah, like yourself.
I'm just saying.
Like
Bad
yourself.
mind is a thing still. I
Yeah.
think that's kind of really what about, like, I know you guys don't want to say, but that's what it really comes down to, right? You know what I say?
Mm-hmm.
You start off with, you know what I say? A lot of people, they don't want to work together because everybody feel like them better than somebody and this, that. And
Is it Everfresh still exists right now? Everfresh family still exists right now?
I mean, everybody still talks and get along or whatever the case may be. Me and everybody, we're still good.
Mm-hmm.
We still do an event that not all members are.
A part of
Yeah, just
What
three
event
of
is
us
that?
are LG.
Okay.
You know what I say?
Mhm.
But yeah, it's
But
still there.
who's a part of that? You and who else?
Me, T-Rex, Jag.
Oh, so there's
That's it.
3 you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Big Belly T-Rex and yeah. Shout out Jag.
Yeah, T-Rex is not coming. No, T-Rex, listen, brother, listen. I want you to come here, but I don't know if we have enough time. But
Yeah,
we have to think about it.
T-Rex
He
will
needs
But
like
shout
a
out to
week.
T-Rex though.
T-Rex will probably
is a
take
week.
over the show.
T-Rex is a good news. Shout out to T-Rex.
So you did Everfresh, and you know what I mean, you guys made a name for yourself in the six. You know what I mean, keeping some of the most well-known popular events, posh party, you know what I mean, in terms of decorations, in terms of how you guys promote it, but most importantly, the presentation was different.
Brought it uptown to uptown.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
Uptown Jamaica to uptown.
Uptown! Shout out to
I
Super
mean,
Hype.
The key to the Everfresh events, I
Mhm.
guess you could say.
Don't
is,
give away your secret.
No, it's easy. I don't
It's a
mind.
game. Man, it's giving
You know
game.
what I say?
It's
Okay,
free
okay.
game.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
it's,
okay,
it's
okay,
free
understood.
game,
Mhm.
really. You could say that, but
Mm.
our goal is always to get the girls to the
Sure, bro.
events.
I was just about to say that, bro.
because
The man
once
them
Oh,
they're
when the
there-
girls is there, the men follow.
correct.
Right.
That is-
I totally understand that, and that's a formula that you understood from
Yeah, I think I use that formula across the board
Yeah.
actually for all events. Yeah.
Did you start out from girls that you were linking with, like the 10 in your Rolodex, and then you invited them and
in
then
your
invited friends?
Rolodex. What are you doing?
Absolutely.
Like,
No, but that
So
is
we're
true.
talking back in the days.
That is true. That is true though, because
Big
if
guy
me-
said Rolodex.
no. But if me and you talk, like, obviously you have to come at the party and you have to bring your friends.
Right,
Mm.
right,
And your
right.
friends probably them need to invite
Their
somebody
friends.
else and
Yeah,
make
yeah.
them bring their man to come buy a buckle and stuff like that.
Right,
And I
right.
said, yeah,
Right. Okay.
that's the way to go.
I have a question. What's the first party that you did? And then when you looked at the turnout, you're like, this could be something, you know. What was the first one? You remember it?
That's a tricky one. I'm gonna tell you why that's a tricky one too. Because before actually doing, I mean, we did parties here, they make money, but do they really make real money? Not really.
Mhm.
But then
I know you're talking about the
Crossover.
money. I'm talking about the turnout.
no, but that's the thing. I'm never that kind of person, right? I'm never the type of person that goes to a party and sees everything in the party, everyone in the party for free, and at the end of the night, everybody looks happy, and you're not happy because your bills can't be
Sanjay,
paid.
stop it.
No, but man, I'm telling you, you said what is the
He's
first
telling
party
you how he
that I
feels.
No,
seen?
but
What do you
hold on.
consider a
But
success,
hold
basically?
on, no. What I'm saying though is, at some point, you have to have some encouragement in what you're doing. So when you're in your party, let's say promoter,
Mhm.
organizer, you want people to come out.
Correct.
And if you're doing a party, and if you have 30 people in there and they all paid, that's
Mhm.
not very encouraging. So at some point, you want to see a mass of people, a crowd of people, and that's going to be like, you know what? It's reaching out there, whether they paid or not.
I mean,
At what point did that happen? At what point did it click? Like, okay, this party.
I feel like that happened for probably all of the events that we did at some point. At some point, LG looked like that. I'm like, all right, loud. At some point, Flux looked like that. They're like, all right, good. I chill look like that. Good. We used to do one in February for Chef, big up Chef. Money poor respect look like that.
Yep, yep.
All
Shout
right,
out,
good.
Chef.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
At one point, all of the
I don't know
parties were
Chef.
just hitting,
Yeah, Chef is my boy.
hitting like that. So it's like it's hard to really say.
Okay,
Mhm.
so let me ask you this then. When you started doing this,
Mm-hmm.
was the motivation money or was it galdom?
Money for me.
Money?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's an important question. 'cause
But
some-
that's the
some
thing
people-
though. It wasn't
some
like
people-
that for
Some
everyone.
people do it for notoriety.
Yeah, I realize that, right?
Right.
It's funny you ask that, bro. I mean, no, you see, you're one problem child, and I call you.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
But-
yeah,
but
I
like
never.
couch.
All right, for me, not to stray away from it, take the line off you, brother. But for me, back home, I used to do early Mondays.
The gal?
Not even. I just
Say yes.
I would just
Say yes.
no. I just enjoy doing it.
Say yes, say yes.
You know what I mean?
No, it's okay.
No,
It's
you know, it's okay.
It's okay, brother. It's
Yeah, it's
okay.
okay.
No,
No,
no.
it's okay.
All right. You know what the funny thing is, bro? Honestly, I never used to think money. I just like to have people together and see them having a good time.
And for them to say, Linky did this.
It wasn't even about me. It was me, Keke, Kirk, Sean. It was a group of us. The Flipmo squad, as we would say.
You know, you said that one time, flip
Mhm.
mode. You know split mode, right?
No, it's flip. No, Buster's flip mode. We're flip mode. We flip money.
Tell
Flip
him.
mode.
Exactly.
So the most stands for money?
Exactly.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So why didn't you say flip money?
No, because we want to say flip mode.
Because you want to sound like flip mode.
No. You're straying from the point.
Okay,
What
all
I'm
right,
saying
no
is
problem,
this.
No problem.
We never did it for a girl. Like, we just, like, you know what I mean? And the fact that we did it, and over the years, people are saying, yo, you can make some money out of this, you know what I mean? But you were ahead of the game where you can say, yo, go on. I'm doing it to make some money. You know what I
But
mean?
it kind of take a while to
Yeah.
even get to that point. But that's the thing too. I don't think nobody actually get up and decide to them have a keep an event or
Mhm.
party. I feel like everybody when them see up, especially nowadays, right? Somebody come
Mhm.
around party and say, yo, me I come out every week, everybody see me, I buy a buckle every week, me feel like everybody know me. Me I go keep a party.
Right.
500 people,
Right.
500 people paying 40, 20 grand. All right, my must
Right.
can do that.
Right.
No.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Everybody
there's no
makes those
planning, and there's
projections.
no-
Yeah.
And there's no
yeah.
planning.
No.
There's no idea. There's no strategy. They're just doing it because of popularity. And you're right. And I think that's taking away from the whole party scene. That's why people say Toronto's party scene is so whack.
Yeah.
Because you don't have enough people actually planning to do things.
Mhm.
That's a part of the problem. I agree with you 100%.
It's crazy.
No, you're 100% right, but I kind of somewhat push back a little bit because some people, they just want to have an event. Meaning that some people don't really want to make money, but some people see you do it and think it's easy. And feel, oh, Saunjay can do it, me can do it.
But
You
that's
know the
taking
type of
away.
people who want to have an event and don't want to make money. The type of people who say, yo, man, I do something for my birthday. They
right,
don't
right.
put up a flyer. They don't put up nothing. They rent one place.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
hear about it and you forward.
Yeah.
People don't put out the flyer where I
Mhm.
promote it. I come out with a big board. Them go put
Yeah,
up on
yeah.
the table.
But you
every
know
week,
what's
them
Yeah.
definitely
the
want
problem
money.
though is a lot of times a lot of the either thing that go on in parties
Mhm.
happen at those kind of parties.
Which
right?
one? Which one?
Where people just say, oh, I'm just gonna do a small thing, and then they don't have proper security, they don't have this, they don't have that, and then it becomes an issue.
Right now, you have throw water up on my plan because my birthday is in November.
In New York?
No, I'm not doing it in New York. I'm
Oh,
gonna
you're
But didn't
local?
you used to do a birthday thing before?
Yeah, I did it, and it was
Twice.
Twice, yeah. Chris Gale hosted the first one. That was a good thing, and the second one was.
And
What's
then
it
you
called
did-
again?
And then you did yours in New York.
I did a couple of years in New York, and every
Last
time.
year in New York.
No,
Yeah.
years.
And I did I did a couple of times in New York, and it was
But what's it
Soda.
called again?
Eh?
What's it called again?
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Yeah,
You know what I mean? But this year I'm planning to do like a dinner and a vibes. That's a.
So how am I throwing water in your?
No, because I'm not doing it to make any money. I'm just gonna
No,
rent
but
a
I'm just
spot,
saying.
invite my close brother.
That's
You're in a
fine.
brilliant
That's
mood.
cool.
Yeah.
That's
I get
cool.
it,
That's
I
cool.
get
There's
it,
nothing
I
wrong
get
with that.
You know what I mean?
What's wrong with that?
No, but just I say, them people that make
No,
things
but
that
I'm
go
just
out.
saying though, we're talking about just overall in
Mhm.
general when people just jump into things without
Okay.
planning it
We
properly.
don't know.
That's where the problem
okay,
comes in.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
All right, so here's $1 million question now because we're segueing into a higher altitude right now.
Jaja.
So you have merged with your brother Indian.
Yeah, man.
from overseas. Big up Indian from the States, right?
Mhm.
And you guys, I remember the first. I think me and big girl I talked about this years ago when the first time you came to us about milk and honey. The first time you were doing that, you know what I mean? I was
Milk
like,
and honey. What was the first one as Islington? That was the first one.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm not gonna talk about what happened. It's okay.
that wasn't even the first. That was the second one.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about
But,
that one.
um,
All you have to know is that I was in shape that day.
how did that come about? How the relationship with you and Indian? Were you guys boys before that party? Like, how did that come about?
Yeah, me and Indian come from the same place as Jamaica as well.
Mandeville?
Yeah.
Okay.
How me and Indian became friends, we kind of like the same things type of thing. So we kind of always buck up in each other, even though we come from the same place. When I never link like from
Buck up in
like
each other. That's crazy.
Yo, just relax.
I'm just saying though.
Pause.
Oh my god.
So yeah. We just make plans and so we start bar and we start link and realize it. We kind of have the same dreams and thing. I was alright, well, I make it work and thing. And I mean, even before we start the milk and honey in New York, he would come here, come my birthday party them and thing, and go over there and thing, have a party and thing. I decided, so yo, really should I do something. And when he decides to do something, I say, yo, milk and honey name here is dead. I resurrect it in New York.
So you were the one that came up with the name Milk and Honey?
Me and my other cousin.
Okay. So the first Milk and Honey happened here. The first party happened here. Okay.
It's a good name. It's a weird name, but it's good.
Yeah, so that's
it's
kind
weird.
of how I
It's
felt
weirdly
about it
good.
too. And I say it's never like with the need for finding him. It's like that's a good name. It's dead here, so like why not? And then it kind of just worked out over there.
Yeah, and then from there, that's where you guys started collaborating with people from Jamaica, or was it on
not
after
there
that?
exactly. So the first milk and honey we did in New York. It had about 300 people in June.
Right.
The second one was around Thanksgiving in November.
Yeah.
It had over 1,000 people. And me and Indian, we have a conversation after. And we had it amongst our friends. And we say, yo, next year summer, we're going to have 4,000 people. Everybody look on me and laugh. But we did dead serious.
Right.
Following summer, we had 4,000 people. Because, again, things work better when you kind of believe in yourself or believe in the brand.
But what do you think it is about not only milk and honey, but about the way you guys are doing things that's making it rise exponentially? Because that's an exponential rise. A numerical rise would be 300, 500.
He's out of the big word.
Okay, sorry. But what do you think it is?
I mean, I think timing has a lot to do with it too, right? At the time, there was nothing, I would say, in amongst that Jamaican scene that was like that. And
is that here and New York, or
no,
just New York?
Just New York.
New York.
If you realize we don't bring milk and here.
Remember say
you guys did.
No, remember say what I talk about now, milk and honey. So it was eliminate
that. No, but this is after all of that, right?
Yeah.
After all of that, right?
Right. But it's bigger in New York. I know that.
Yeah, it definitely bigger over there, right? And it's like, we put in the work. It was like the first party of its kind, like that. That has that focuses on high fashion and food and decor and all of that, right?
Okay, so now you're getting so you focused on high fashion.
Yeah.
High cuisine, like gourmet stuff.
Yeah. Decor.
The girl them obviously.
Yeah.
The decor has
and again, remember the formula.
Right.
If you get the
girls,
right,
the guys will follow.
So ladies, you're the formula. Remember that.
Okay.
If every girl's talking about it, the guys are gonna go.
So yeah, so now you have milk and honey and it's popping. You got your 4,000 people. And I know you guys go back and forth to Jamaica. I'm just interested in
even
the part
that
where
one had some issues, right? So we faced a lot of pushback. Like
in Jamaica?
No, the one in New York.
We're still in New York.
We're still there?
Yeah, that one
long
we
story.
had some pushback. We had to refund almost everyone. But
Refund?
again,
Why?
because of the venue that we booked, they weren't prepared. They didn't believe us when we said we need XYZ amount of liquor, and yeah, the event didn't go as planned. So, you know what I say? We had to go through a lot. We had to do like a little reshuffle in August. That didn't really go as planned either, but we move, right? So even after refunding how much people, losing how much money, we bounce back again. Thanksgiving. So the Thanksgiving, as much as the summer edition is more like a summer chic, fashionable style, the Thanksgiving one was always like a ball. So you really dress up like a gala type of thing. So
And that's the November Thanksgiving.
yeah.
That's the 26th or so of 25th of November.
So
around
after
time.
that, then I think we were good. We were on track, and there's no looking back since.
So is it like a team of you guys? It's just only you and Indian, or
No,
you guys
man. We have a team.
have a team?
We always have a team. Everybody have a team, I guess you can say.
Yeah. It's a good look for you. But one of the things I wanted to ask you, and I'm glad Big Guy invited you on the podcast, was how did the merge come about with you and the Sands team?
The Suns team. So first of all, we have
When people say Suns at Toronto, everybody says Saunjay.
I know.
You know what I mean?
yeah, just like if you say Suns and New York, them say India.
Yeah, right.
But so the Suns team, we know, we knew one of the guys at first, Kit from Portmore, your place, right? Also, my other friends, they knew the Suns guys as well, which going into the North American scene, Suns first went to Florida. If you remember, right?
Yeah.
But then the youth of the Florida, me and them good like that too, and Indian and them good like that too. So it was an easy conversation. We say, yo, you know what? This will not bother New York type of thing. And after New York again, Canada. Yeah, this can work at Canada as well.
Well, say Toronto, man.
No, Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Canada.
Canada.
Because you see, this is a misconception all the time in people in Jamaica. Oh, we're going to Canada.
Yeah, Canada. Toronto,
Canada's so big.
Toronto.
Okay, Toronto.
Canada.
Toronto.
If you want to be specific, at one time, Suns go to Toronto. And
Yeah.
I run a Woodbine.
Exactly.
Because you go Woodbridge.
Yep.
You go all sorts of places
Yep.
except
So where was
Toronto.
it this year?
It was in Markham.
Up north.
So what is that?
Not Toronto.
Not
Where-
Toronto.
what is it?
Markham.
Markham.
Is it the town of Markham?
It's Markham.
It's Markham.
But what is the city?
Markham.
Markham.
What is the city?
Markham.
Markham's not a city, it's a
Yeah,
town.
it's
Markham.
Markham City.
Markham City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It would
You
be-
don't say Markham / Toronto /
exactly.
Ontario. You say
It
Markham.
doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It
If I go
doesn't.
to Pacific Mall, I'm saying I'm going to I'm in Toronto, bro.
No, you're in Scarborough.
Yeah.
So what? So Toronto is just here, Mimico.
Yeah.
Yeah. You-
So we're in
It's
Toronto
Etobicoke.
right now.
It's
Right
Etobicoke.
now.
Yeah, right now.
Etobicoke,
Right
yeah.
now.
We're in Toronto.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No problem.
Etobicoke in brackets.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, but Toronto.
We're not in Etobicoke.
Somewhere.
We're in Mimico.
No, we're not talking right now.
But what are you guys talking about Etobicoke for?
The
Right.
point is.
Anyways,
Canada.
people, it's
Canada.
Toronto.
Canada.
So sans Toronto.
I think that jersey's too tight on you.
Yeah,
This
that-
is it's a little tight to be honest. When I was putting it out, I was like, yo,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? At least honest.
can't believe everything.
At least honest.
So the Sands team, okay, so you guys merge, you guys have a conversation and thing, but you know what? I think me and Big Guy, we spoke about this where for the first 2 years, it wasn't a good look for Sands because
No, the first year did actually really nice.
was it the first year Big Guy or the
The
second year?
The
Woodbine?
second
Yeah.
year. That's the
no, that was
second
second
year.
year.
Oh,
The first
that
year
was
at the
second
golf
year.
course
Okay,
in,
yeah,
in
yeah.
Yeah,
Vaughan.
the golf course.
Yeah,
actually-
That
the
was
golf
okay.
course.
That was okay.
Yeah.
That was okay.
So the second year, and I think the third year, second
No,
or
man,
third
just the
year,
second.
The
Just
second year at
second.
Woodbine was a problem. The third year was in Brampton.
COVID. Third year was COVID.
Third year was Brampton. The field in Brampton. That I didn't like that one at all.
No, that never third.
That's
Oh
the
yeah,
third year.
that one
That's the
doesn't
third year.
count. That was like 2021. So we skipped
But that's the
2020.
third year though.
Yeah, so
that's
that
what-
would have been
yeah.
the third year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That one didn't really count. It was just like a,
Yeah.
way I come back next year type of pop up.
Yeah.
Right. And then the next one was all the way out in OEO.
Oxbridge, and then Oxbridge was nice. Good
That-
vibes.
Good vibes. All right, so the brand is building, you're gaining confidence, you're gaining followers, the business is growing, then you guys decide best weekend ever.
Even
What
the name.
the name, like what who came up with the name and
A white guy.
jeez.
Oh my god, this is the best weekend ever.
You see-
Oh my god.
Things have a funny way of working.
and how did that come about?
So best weekend ever also we did in 2019 in New York
Okay.
first, and then we have Indian kind of conceptualize the weekend in Jamaica and say, oh, it should be a good idea. There's an open weekend.
Mm.
It's a good
But
idea.
but hold on, sorry, not to cut you, but I think what we're missing here is, so you linked up with the Sands Youth, right? The best weekend ever has so many different parties. You must be able to link up with, because I love soca.
We also
Oh.
did I Love Soca too.
So
We did,
how, but
we
how
linked up with
the
them.
network of people?
Whatever the Isle of Soca up here.
No,
No,
but
no, no.
Not yet.
in
Not yet.
Florida, in
But
Florida.
Not
that's,
yet.
that's through Sun Nation, right? What's your
no,
brand?
no, it's basically I Love Soca. That's the
That's their brand,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? But what I'm saying is, so all these different themes in the best weekend ever, it's a network of people.
Yeah.
But how did that happen? Because in order for you to get the best weekend ever, even conceptualize the idea, you must have an idea of
So
how you network that. How
so
you,
that's the thing, right? In the North American market, I don't know if you realize. I mean, people in Jamaica, they can tell you. So whenever we keep Milk and Honey or any of the events that they trend in Jamaica, right? And
Right.
people hear about Milk and Honey, I'm like, all right, cool, this, that. So that's how we linked up with Network as well, and we did Daybreak. So that's another alliance.
I think
we-
Daybreak
Network
is
is a
with
brand?
Luigi, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Luigi,
yeah.
one of
Luigi
them.
linked me about
Exactly.
that.
okay,
Right,
okay,
right.
okay.
And then we linked up with the I Love Soca team, and we did I Love Soca and other stuff in Florida as well, right? And also we linked up with Zimmy, and so we have Zimmy Brunch and other stuff as well. So it's just like the more you do stuff and the greater you do them, more recognition you get, and the more
Yep.
eyes.
Right.
You know what I say, the more people want to work with you. Like kind of like right now, there's a lot of people that link us and say, "Yo, we want to do this, we want to do that." If it doesn't align with the Milk and Honey brand,
Right.
unfortunately, we can't do it. Or if it clashes with something else that we're already doing,
Right.
You don't work.
unfortunately, we can't do it
So
either.
so you're saying us and we, right?
Yeah,
So the brand that you guys are under is Milk and Honey.
correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Best weekend ever. So, where are the goodies? Big guy wanted us some goodies. No
I don't want no
shirt,
goodies. Like, what are you talking
No
about?
shirt, no hat.
Goodies.
Yo,
Sponsors.
me not even. You know what's funny about the goodies? We have like we have sponsored hats, right, for our best weekend ever, and
Right.
the only place never get no sponsored hat was Canada because I don't know, man, I'm selfish. but
You mean
whatever.
Toronto?
Yeah, Canada.
Toronto?
No,
Yo, what
Canada.
wrong with you, bro?
No, so basically, we had to make our own batch of best weekend ever hats in Canada, Toronto.
Yeah.
But then them kind of done. But we can get some more for you, man, or yourself.
No, we want a
That's all.
sponsorship, man. So Sands, Zimmy.
I need.
brother,
You know what? You know what?
We
would
need
be-
we don't
Bro.
have a
So
sponsor.
you
on
want
our
that
show.
trailer load
Bro,
of things?
we're begging,
all,
we're
all
begging.
of the events.
No,
you
this
know,
is
we
what
link up
this is what I would want. At one of the events, we
Mhm.
have a booth set up for Deep.Organic.Phuckery. We have some of the patron comes in and we interview them.
D.O.Ph. Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? We have they come and we interview them. What is it like being
why,
here?
why you say D.O.Ph? You
That's
never
what-
like when you said.
Deep.Organic.Phuckery.
Yeah, just.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right. That's
Well, he's
Ricky
trying.
Bundy.
He's trying.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
trying to be proper, but he's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. He's trying to fool,
Exactly.
but he's not really proper. But
Okay.
But we can organize and
That's
yeah,
what
arrange
she
this,
that.
said.
is a $1 million question. No, and I want to ask you some honest
Jaja.
answer.
Jaja.
How do you're a man where you're a very easygoing person, a soft-spoken people person. How do you deal with?
The hooligans.
I don't want to say the hooligans.
Jamaican people.
Not even Jamaican. The patrons, the friends, the associates that you know when it comes on to keeping such events where you know they're gonna want free ticket, they're gonna want certain pass, they're gonna want. How do you deal with that?
I feel like that is a good question. I want everybody mega focus in at the camera while I set up party as well. I feel like over the years, I feel like I've been, you know what I say?
The camera's right here.
I've been a little bit too giving when it comes to giving complimentary tickets to some people, but I feel like it's not even a fuck. It's like what you said. You said the hooligans or whatever. To me, I feel like a complimentary ticket should be earned. You know what I say? It's not everyone that should get it. The problem that I'm having right now is that people think that they're obligated to get a free ticket, and you are motherfucking not. And what I have learned over the years, especially right now, is to say no. So I'm gonna tell them this from now. Anything you wanna get before, kudos to you going forward. No.
So
You
hold
get
on.
what I'm saying?
So hold on. So that means you're not a proponent of this idea where people do their parties and they give away 500 free tickets, because that's
Like,
a thing in Toronto.
You know, I get why they do it, and it's like even some of my friends, right, that I go out with, is like I tell them all the time, I'm like, I buy tickets from people. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, shut up, stop it. You're not buying no tickets. I'm like, no, I really do. I will buy a ticket. You know what I'm saying? If somebody gives me a ticket, yes, I'll take it. If I don't get a ticket, I'll buy a ticket. I don't have a problem buying a ticket. I don't have a problem supporting anybody, because at the end of the day, we all have bills. You get me? I say,
Right,
especially when it comes to some of my events versus some of their events. Like you giving me a ticket for your party that's valid at $40, and me giving you a ticket for my party that's valid at $100, it's definitely not the same. So I would rather buy a ticket and come at your party. Worse, me definitely not on a discount at your bar. So people, when you see me in the motherfucking bar, do not ask me for no fucking discount. Are the most disrespectful thing you can ever do. Cause me not come at your bar, come ask you for no discount. Me not even
Say
buy
it louder.
liquor
The ones in
from
the
you.
back didn't hear.
No, you get me? I say like, bro, like when I go to a people party, I buy from the buckle girl, I support the buckle girl, I buy my table, like, you don't even see me
People
at your
don't
bar.
think that way. In Toronto, unfortunately, people
Bro.
don't think that way. And we've had these conversations a million times.
No,
where
man, I keep down past security, come all. You realize you don't see me in a party? I'm usually at the back somewhere. And
People
man, I
don't
keep
think that
down
way,
and go
though.
all the way around at the back.
people don't think that way.
They come say, yo, where you can. No, me can't blood clot, do nothing for you, brother. Don't link me. You know what I said? Don't.
So what are they? They're linking you to get discount.
Yeah,
At the bar, yeah.
At the party, and that's
Damn.
the thing.
And the bottles are already discounted because in the dancehall party, the bottles are like half the price of regular.
As an experiment, so I
spot.
keep raising up a buckle person in a party. But then, if you think about the Canadian culture too, we have pre-order bottles. It's discounted. If you want a discount, you get it there.
Okay, one thing though, I actually spoke to a person from Africa, and they're saying that when we're doing these podcasts, they don't understand what we're saying.
Oh,
Well, when they're doing the podcast in Africa, we don't understand either.
Stop it.
You know,
We have viewers
you know,
from
say
Africa.
Jamaica.
Shout out to Uganda. Uganda supports us.
Uganda,
Man.
you guys know what's going on in Jamaica. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give you a little bit of patois, a little bit of English. Sometimes the patois drop in, but no disrespect. But you know what I mean? Enough love.
The freeness is a problem, though.
Oh,
No,
and talking about Africa, before we
is.
go any further, can we just shout out, because we we appreciate Saunjay being here, obviously. This is why we're listening so intently. But can we shout out Marcus Garvey real quick?
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Marcus Garvey. And Marcus Garvey is our first national hero in Jamaica. And even though he has a criminal record in the States, they need to expunge that. He was one of the leading black figures when it comes to Pan-Africanism in the world. And the Philosophy and Opinions of Marcus Garvey is a really important book. So if you have a chance, go and read that book.
Do you have the book here?
I don't have it here. Someone stole it. But I've read it before. And it has some really good things in there.
I would love to have a read of that book.
Okay. I'm actually going to get one more. But Philosophies and Opinions of Marcus Garvey, really good.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to shout out Marcus Garvey real quick.
I'd love to have a read of
August
that book.
17th.
Yes. Shout out to Marcus. In black, though, you know? Because he's born at midnight. He's super black.
Yeah.
He's born like gone.
So?
Big up Marcus Garvey, the real G.
That is
Yeah. If you're looking at him eyes, it was no nonsense.
Oh,
man.
my God.
You see a picture there?
Of course.
Some video we have. So big up. We have a big belly too.
That's uncalled for. Marcus Garvey, I'm sorry.
The man passing your own belly.
I know.
Yo, wicked son.
I know.
No, my belly the read us again, Sanjay. My belly the read
And this
us
guy
again.
boy using the gym today.
And you take me to the
Stop
gym, bro.
it, bro.
Leave
Stop
me
it.
alone, bro.
Yo,
Stop
John
it.
I'm in the
Lester.
gym, bro. Like, you know what? I have this disclaimer.
Okay.
4 years ago, I would go to the gym and try to get thick or buff or whatever. But now it's like a mental thing for me. Like,
Where's
You
the
want
buff?
to get
though?
thick?
yeah, but no, back then,
Where's the buff?
back then,
Crazy.
but
When's
right
trying to get
now,
buff? That's crazy.
right now, it's like it's a mental thing for me. Like when I go there, I feel good.
So you go to the gym.
yes, sir.
Where do you go to the gym?
Fit for less.
Where?
Niagara, well, St. Catherine. But when I leave work, I stop at Rexwood.
Rexwood? That's crazy.
West Boop Mall.
Jaja.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. It's not even about getting thick or anything. Just that it's just a good vibration. You know what I mean. We can't ever play the ball no more, so we just feel good working out and burning and sweat and everything. So it's a good vibe. We feel
Okay,
good.
good.
We feel good.
And I'm happy you're wearing a Black Lives Matter T-shirt and all that.
If it's a after me, I work out.
You're not really working out, bro. If you were serious about working out, you'd actually go to a real gym. We've been talking about this for a
So
while.
what was a real gym?
Mm-mm.
What are you talking? You see, that me can't talk about that Marcus Garvey that talk about.
Shots.
What did he say?
Yeah, wicked. You cut Jesus slippers.
I actually go to a real gym.
Which one? Who's it?
Lifetime.
You go to gym?
Yo, just relax. Don't relax. Yeah.
Sanjay,
Relax. Active.
please do not say that on the podcast.
No, yesterday
That
was
you-
my first day back.
Jesus Christopher.
Active.
I think I last year. Yeah.
No, fully active. Fully
So
active.
the first day back. So that means you just came back from Jamaica.
Yes.
So how was the best weekend ever? This one,
The best.
the best weekend ever.
That's what it was.
It was the best weekend ever.
All right,
Yes.
brother. You know why I said the best? When you remember when we start the conversation, you asked him a very important question in terms of the crowd and what was his answer?
He didn't do it for that. He did it for. I don't even know what he said.
No, he said
be there
because-
on the bush.
No, bro, come on, man. Your memory is not that.
No,
shallow.
which question is?
He
I'm
said
confused.
because he never really make.
Oh, I see where you're going. With this.
Exactly, bro. So when
So-
you say it's the best,
Sponsorship.
exactly,
Sponsorship.
bro. A
Sponsorship.
lot of cash like rice.
Okay, the bag is
We
fat.
had a lot of expenses.
But you know what? I'm gonna call you out on the podcast because about what 4 years now or 3 years now?
Since you owe me the free hosting?
Yes, I owe you
Okay.
a free hosting.
Okay.
What is
No,
this?
I think me and him had a bet, and
Raptors.
I lost the bet.
Raptors.
And Raptors, but I lost. I said, you know what,
Oh
Sanjay?
my God.
Not before I was even.
Then
where
the
I'm at-
Nuggets-
where I'm at right
I
now,
didn't
and I
realize
said
how
to
they're
you that-
winning.
I need whatever event you're doing, book me and I'll do it for free.
for free.
For free.
Please,
Please,
you haven't
book.
done it yet.
No, him not book me yet. So
I'm trying to figure out the best one to
No,
do.
no.
We might just do it this year.
Nobody book me for the milk or onion and part of the car.
Brilliant.
The part of the rich.
Okay.
We know you like dress up on him something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's a good look. But my brother, you know what I mean, the best weekend ever, he said it was a good look. I saw some of the clippings and big guy, next year we should go.
Of course.
Bring our
We had-
equipment.
we
But
had
hold
a
on,
heavy
you guys are doing
Canadian
it the
presence.
same weekend as Dream next year.
So this is the thing, right? And this is the question that we get all the time. Why are you guys doing the same weekend as Dream,
Was it the same weekend this year?
etc.?
No, next year is the same weekend.
Okay.
This year is one after the.
Jamaica has
this year was
two,
done properly.
So Jamaica has two holidays: Emancipation
Mm-hmm.
in the summer, Emancipation and Independence.
Right.
Okay.
The way how those holidays fall this particular year, they're both midweek. So one is right before the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
one is right after the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We
Not this
normally
coming year,
focus-
2024.
2024, yeah,
Right.
exactly. So that is why there's only one weekend where we can actually do it as well. At the same weekend as Caribana as well. So we want, a couple of the people that want to plan to come to Caribana, to come to Jamaica type of thing.
So, big guy, I'm gonna put it out there. I don't know how your schedule is, but this year November, let us go to Milk and Honey, brother.
November? Is it
Yeah.
November?
We didn't confirm a date in November as yet, but we might. It
In
might
Jamaica?
be New York. It might be Florida.
Oh, so it's
Yes.
not doing in New York this year.
It might be somewhere else. We're not
Oh.
sure as yet.
Well, if it's in New York,
Oh.
bro, let's go, bro.
Yeah, of
So you
course,
can't
that's
go
soft.
Florida.
1, 2.
Yeah, I can, but if it's New York, me and big guy place New York, you know.
That's
Okay.
1, 2.
Yeah.
All right.
I actually saw Sanjay in New York right now.
Oh, yeah?
Where was it? Queens?
Yeah, Queens. We're on one place. I'm like, the fuck are you doing here?
I know. I'm like, yo, I don't know, bro. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm here.
No, for real.
But you know what I mean? The best weekend ever was a brilliant look. So you guys start planning from now for next year.
Yeah, we actually have tickets on sale already.
Stop
for
this right
next
now.
year.
Let's stop this. What are with that?
They have
And that
fans,
is-
bro.
That's the thing.
That's
We
more
have
like
early
AC.
bird tickets.
That's enough
Now
fun.
is a good time to get your tickets, guys.
Fans.
Yeah, but what I can say though is, for the past several years, I've always been impressed with the way these things are done. You know, the way you're doing your thing. Like, for example, the Sand Show. When I think you guys started bringing artists here, what, last year? Was the first year?
We actually did the same time in 2019, but he
Mhm.
just couldn't get to perform. We had Ragging King.
Ragging King came here.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he
that's-
didn't touch
Ragging-
stage.
No,
He
no.
didn't hit the stage. Yeah,
Oh, because of Woodbine.
yeah.
Right.
Okay, right. But the first real performance was last year. TJ
Yes.
and thing.
They did
And
good.
and I thought initially I'm like, that's not gonna work. Sands don't need that. You know what I mean? But it worked.
It don't need it, but it's just like an extra kick because you know what happens why we actually added it because they get it in Florida, they get it in Jamaica,
Mhm.
they get it
Right.
in New York. So then people will start hitting the comments. Oh, why
Start
can't we
looking
get
out for
this?
it, too.
Why
Yeah,
can't we
start
get
look-
this? Why
Mhm.
can't we get? And even after we announced that we are having an artist, there's just like 2 accounts that would just like I had to put them on mute. They were just hitting like, we don't want this, we want this, we want this, and I was just comment after comment after comment. He just in my inbox,
Right.
in my inbox, and I
Right.
was like, all right, cool. Like, are you gonna pay for them?
But
Like,
do you?
no.
So let me ask you this now: do you think the collaboration with the different brands have helped your brand? Because you guys are not really doing milk and honey here. You're just doing it in Jamaica.
Yeah,
and New
it
York.
has helped
And
our
how?
brand, and it's like mutually beneficial. It's like we gain new followers, new fans, or new supporters, whatever you want to call it. So it's like they kind of associate us with the brand, and then I don't even know how to put it, but it's like what you said, right?
Mhm.
We are not the originators or the creators of Sans, but if you think about Sans here,
You think about Saunjay.
yes. If you think about Sans in New York, you think about Indian or whatever. So automatically they will link both brands together.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Well, you know, the show is called Deep.Organic.Phuckery. You know what I mean? This is deep. My brother Chris Strikes is not here. He's organic.
Big up
and
Chris Strikes.
and
so
I'm
you're the fucker.
better fucker, man. I'm
Alright.
I get right now the fucker right now.
Yes, please.
So we want to know, and the ladies out there want to know. You know what I mean? You're doing well. You say, the best weekend ever was
I know it's
good.
coming.
It was great.
I know.
So that means, you know what I mean?
I
So
plead the fifth.
for the ladies out there that want to know, are you taken or you
Yes.
single?
Taken,
Taken as in single?
married,
Yo, stop the foolishness, bro.
married.
You're married
Yeah.
or
You see, he's
engaged?
trying to do it like a joke, you know. I know.
I'm
those
not even.
ones.
I'm not
I know
even
those
joking.
ones. I know
How
those
long
ones.
have you been married?
Forever since my bond.
Jesus, Christopher.
You see what I'm trying to show
Bullshit.
you?
Bullshit.
No, I just one of them things. I'm just not available.
You just available.
Yes, so I'm taken
So
Yeah.
are you a man of many wives or just one wife?
one.
One?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
One wife. You know,
Many.
you know the
One.
common things. You have to say the right things.
Yeah. That have to be
You
politically
have to
correct.
you have to get beat up.
Politically.
You have to say the right things.
You're not ready
Yeah,
yet,
because guess what though? As a young man from Mandeville coming to Canada, you know what I mean, starting from ground zero and working your way up where you're keeping events left, right, and center, you know what I mean, and it's very successful. It's only right that you have a right queen beside of you to help you, to give you that strength and that motivation, you know what I mean? So we just want to know right here on Deep.Organic.Phuckery if you're taken. The ladies want to know.
You already answered.
No,
just
a
told
big
you.
guy. I have to get to the police time. Ask me a question a different way. Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
Oh,
You know what?
journalism.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Oh, I see. I see.
yeah,
I
that's
see.
right.
You know, it sound like I kind of like my thing too. It's just like me the type of person.
Mhm.
Many if because me a Virgo or not, but it's like if you ask me a question,
Mhm.
I may answer you one time and you decide say me a idiot and you go ask me in one different way. I'm just like look on you and nah answer you.
Okay, so you just said you're Virgo. I've always wondered this.
Jaja, why me do this?
Do
But go on talk.
do you guys believe in those things?
No.
Yes.
Horoscope,
But me
astrology.
no, me just I say,
I
me
do.
don't know if that's why
I
for
do.
me.
You believe in that?
get me, I
Yeah,
say?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so okay, so you're what?
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Mhm.
Okay, what does that mean for you?
They're evil.
Shut up, bro.
Carnival.
Like for me, based upon my experience, like
Yeah.
certain signs on me don't agree. I'm talking for the females.
And it works all the time. It's very consistent. That's what you're saying.
all the time. Certain signs I'm in agree.
So I could just stop thinking and I just use my astrology and just make this.
No, you don't have to stop thinking. But again, this is just my personal experience. Like females that are Virgo, Libra, Cancer.
You know when you say personal experience, it doesn't absolve you from stating factual statements.
I know.
Say it again, no? I can't hear.
So don't say this is my personal opinion.
I'm
It's not
just-
gonna make you any more right or
No,
wrong.
it doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. I'm just telling
But-
you what
but-
I have
So
experienced.
should you okay? Would you suggest that I stop thinking and using my astrological sign
no,
to
no.
make decisions?
No. Whatever works for you, brother.
I feel
So
like me use it to
what
my
sign?
advantage.
So what sign are you?
I'm a Scorpio.
Scorpio,
Mm.
and you're a Virgo.
Virgin.
Uh,
Yeah.
Virgin.
Yeah, Virgo,
That's
Virgin.
crazy.
Yeah, go on. Tom.
Virgin Airline.
So, and I'm an Aries.
Mhm.
So what does that mean? Because I
So I can tell you what I do.
What does
right?
that mean?
I use it to my advantage. If somebody says something good like, "Oh my God, you're a Virgo," that means we get along. Yes, I agree with you. If somebody said Virgo, me and him not get along, I said, "No, I'm gonna really follow up in that."
Oh my God, you're one of those.
My hypocrite.
You're one of those.
My hypocrite.
I'm just a disclaimer for me. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. I think that
Yeah.
kind of stuff is stupid.
But if somebody
I
says
think-
something nice about the Aries, I was like, "Yeah, that probably makes sense."
No, but I think it's it's very generalized. I
Yeah.
think when I'm reading horoscope,
Mhm.
what I'm reading could go for anything.
correct.
And whenever things appear to me like that, I'm like, something's wrong here. It's too generalized for me
Mhm.
to believe in it. It's not specific enough.
Well, for me, certain signs and me don't get along. Like,
And you've seen that all your life.
yes.
I think it's your mind.
Well, if I'm a mind right, because it never work out.
That's why.
Okay, so let me ask you this: do you think Keke Palmer and Usher has
Trending topic. I see what you did there.
Do you think
Keke
their
Palmer.
sign- do you think their sign get along?
Keke Palmer. Big guy. That's a very, very, very... That's even a matter of sign. Keke, well, it might be sign too because she was just like on her BS. Like she didn't give a shit. She was just doing her.
Right.
You
It's
know what I mean?
acting.
No. She's in Usher's new video, bro.
Yeah.
You
So
know
you know
what
the
I mean?
Acting.
backstory. You know the backstory.
You know
Yeah.
the backstory, right?
Yeah.
So based upon what her
The
baby
performance.
father said
Yes.
about Usher singing to her and how she behaved and
Yeah.
what she wore, she took it to another level. She's like, "Yo, nigga, you don't control me. Like I could wear whatever I
So
want."
hold on, you don't feel like said the baby father clear it. You don't feel like she talk to him about it and say, "Yo, may I get this
I
opportunity?"
don't think
I'm
so.
gonna take-"
She-
You feel like
No,
she did it on her
no,
own?
No, they're separated right now.
Yeah, but still, you know, feel like she tell him, "Hey,
No,
She
No.
wouldn't be in the video. She wouldn't be in
No.
the video.
no. Hell
what sign is she? Scorpio."
I don't know.
Keke Palmer. Girl, Ann, could you check that out for us, please?
I don't know. And what sign is Usher? Because I know they're doing something.
Yo,
Usher.
stop this, man. Yo,
What-
what's
what do you
wrong
mean?
with this
What-
kid,
what do you
man?
mean?
Like, what's
What do you
wrong with?
mean? What do you mean?
No, they're not.
Keke
They're
can get
not.
it.
No. She
She
but
can't
not,
get it?
No, she can,
Oh,
but not from
okay.
Usher.
Why not?
'Cause Usher's not on that.
He
Bro.
has herpes, right?
Yo,
Jesus
John
Christ,
Oster.
God Almighty. Why would them ban with podcast?
No, it's true. It's true. Like someone was suing him.
Yeah, he
for,
can't cure. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, someone
Alright.
was suing him one time for something.
Yeah, it was herpes. He can't cure.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
He can't cure.
Jesus, I don't. Think he has
I'm not
herpes.
making it up. I'm just saying. YouTube, I'm not making it up.
No, he doesn't have herpes.
No, he does.
No,
No, he does.
people, I've heard
That's-
that
Yeah, yeah, he
for a
does.
while.
It all in a court. Mm-hmm.
Right.
The herpes thing.
She's a Virgo, and Usher is a what?
Jesus Christ.
So he's a,
A wicked girl.
a wicked dog.
Exactly. It makes perfect sense.
You know what? Virgo female are very strong-minded.
They
you know
like
what
to
I mean?
act out.
Yes, you know what I mean.
Retaliate.
They're very strong-minded, and them they do things to get under your skin.
Spiteful.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
But I know people who are not Virgos and do the exact same thing.
Correct.
yeah, but Virgo is one of those people. I don't think Scorpios are like that.
Linky wants to associate it with astrology,
I know.
so let
I
him
know.
do that.
Yeah.
I'll let him have it.
Scorpios,
I
I'm
let him
not.
have
I'm
it.
not like that. I'm a Scorpio. My mom wasn't like that. My son is not like that. One of my good friends is not like that. You know what I mean? We prefer to.
But don't
level.
they say? I guess you can't even say man and woman. No, you have to say male and female. Don't they differ?
No, you can't say man and woman. I'm better with that. Please, let's not get into that this week. Please, I beg of you. You can say man and
No,
woman.
man and woman, especially if I go to the astrology way again. No, they're different because
Yeah.
the woman Virgo them women know. Stay
Usher's a
like
Libra.
them.
Usher's a Libra. Oh,
Yeah.
So
damn.
Libra and Virgo.
They're
Does
close.
that match?
They're close.
They're closest right after.
They're
Does it
close.
match though?
They're close.
Maybe one of them the funny border.
Nah,
But they're not really much.
No,
to-
Usher's killing that for sure.
Yo,
Usher's killing that for sure.
I can't be bothered. All right, let's segue into the past weekend, Jerkfest.
Oh yeah, you were on that too, eh?
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful experience because the best weekend ever never really gave me the opportunity to show my talent. Oh, shit, he's right here. He's right here. Sorry. You remember, I forgot you were here. You know what I mean? So shout out to Jerkfest. You know what I mean? Shout out to Shars, Joseph, Monkey Media, the entire team that recommend me. And they looked over my portfolio. It was an intense interview too. You know what I mean?
You have to do an interview
like
to host it.
to be on the show. Yeah, like they had to look over my portfolio, what I did.
Did you go in front of a board?
No. I had to send in my kit.
Your
Right.
kit, your first kit.
Yes.
Mhm.
And they looked over it and they see what I did and they were very impressed. So they got back to me and I'm like, yeah, but I said I
The
didn't.
2, 4, and the 6.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. 2 4
They got back to you and said, brilliant.
And I said,
Alright.
you know, I didn't get Milk and Honey yet or Best Weekend Ever, so or LG
Or Sands.
or Sands, you know what I mean?
You know, I know what that Sands, they have no host.
No, all right.
the-
you know
the
the funniest thing?
DJs
3 person reach out to me and ask, I heard that this guy's coming. Linky, are you hosting it? I'm like, Sands they don't do host.
No.
That's what I heard. They don't do.
The DJ calls
Everybody
out the
look right. Let me look right though.
artist. The DJ
Oh,
calls
no.
out the artist.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. You know what I mean?
Or sometimes the artists just walk out.
But you see, all right. I again, not because
I can tell you why.
Go ahead, brother.
Because we don't like the idea of restarting the vibe.
We starting the vibe. How?
For example, it's like after a DJ done play, then the host comes and takes the mics and say, yes, that was such and such, and now we have such and such. We want to just get right into just pick up where they left off type of thing.
Mhm.
So we're not take a break. But I see what you're saying. We could do a host, especially when it comes to the performances and such. But
The host puts it in perspective, though.
Exactly.
A good host. A good host
Yeah.
can put, but a bad host can also.
so a good host like
take away
Linky
from
Links, like Mr. Brilliant. A good host like Mr. Brilliant over here.
So what you trying to say? The man's not a good host?
I'm asking.
Why
That's
you
what
gotta
I'm asking.
ask? Why you gotta
I'm
ask?
asking him.
Why you gotta ask?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah, I'm
I
asking.
thought you were asking
He
big
said
guy.
a good host puts it into perspective. So I'm saying you mean a good host like Mr. Brilliant here
All right. I
with a brilliant portfolio.
I love what I do and I take what I do very seriously.
That's
you know
brilliant.
what I mean?
Okay.
And
Tell yourself.
it's not about that I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I mean? And
110.
years ago, you say it last week on the show. I don't want to say you never believed in me, but you never know that I had those type of talent
What do you mean
Correct.
years ago?
at York University,
You wasn't hosting nothing.
bro.
What were you hosting?
When I took the mic, when
But you weren't hosting nothing.
This not
So
really goes
how
so
am I
good
gonna
for
know?
you right
How am
now.
I gonna
Bro,
know that
bro,
you can do it?
what-
But you never.
can
What
I
were you hosting?
can I finish?
Make the man
Okay,
finish
go
his
ahead.
story.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro. Like he
Go
does
ahead,
this
go
all
ahead.
the time.
You
Go
kill it
ahead,
before you reach
go
your
ahead.
I
climax.
know, you know
Go
what I mean.
ahead, go
So
ahead, go
years
ahead.
ago, I think it was like 2 times at York. Is that correct? 2 or
3
1?
times.
3 times. All right, the first 2 times, I remember you saying to me after the event, "Yo, bro, I never knew you were like this."
Yes.
Yeah. So that's my point. That I'm
It's
trying
not
to.
about not believing in you, though. It's, I didn't know you were even
That's
doing
what I'm
that.
saying. I never say you never believe him. Say
That's what you just said.
no. I said no. I said not saying that you're saying you never believed in me. Just that you never know that I had this type of talent.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Did you know?
Yes, I knew. I knew
Okay,
that
okay.
from a long time. So
You know it's not good to lie, right?
I'm not
Your
lying.
nose will grow.
He's
know.
a Scorpio.
I'm a Scorpio. I will not
Yes.
lie. Exactly.
We can associate Scorpios with lying
Exactly. Well, that's true. But
based on personal experience.
but this one, I will not lie. I knew I had that, but I knew I had to grow and improve my craft.
But you got
right?
way better.
Wait, exactly.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
But,
you got way better within the last 2 years.
and I even for the last day or the last hour, I appreciate
Don't
that.
say it like that.
You know what I mean?
Don't
But
say it like that.
but what I'm saying is that back then, that ground roots
Right.
talent, water.
But you know it's
and it
charisma,
flourished.
right? It's charisma.
Bro, can I finish, bro? Jesus.
I'm just adding other things to your.
No, can I finish? So as I'm saying, leading back to my brother here, with that being said, and you grow. Even being on Jerkfest
Right.
in front of like 8,000 people, that was probably like one of my biggest crowd to
Right.
date, right? And what I've
They had 8,000 people.
yeah.
Oh wow.
And leading up to that event, I knew what I'm capable of. But the fact that when you're put in that position or in that situation, perfect example, the demigods, you guys did your event and you called me from before it manifested like, yo, bro, I got a gig for you, blah, blah. I'm not going to tell you anything. I remember it specifically.
Right.
I'm not going to tell you anything, but just be ready.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you told me whatever, we did that. But what I've learned and I've listened to, I don't know if you saw the interview with Nuffy.
Not yet, no.
Right?
I don't really like nothing still.
But, well,
Jaja.
but what I saw that interview and listening to Nuffy, I was thinking the same way. Where we have an MC and a host, and I think Spice said it to me one time, where the person that is introducing you gives you a different energy, a different vibe before you come on stage.
Right.
You know
You're
what I mean?
right, cause me hear you in action before and you kind of...
You know what I mean? And when she said that to me, like, but I've always thought that, you know what I mean? I was thinking that way because of Jerry D. You know if you remember Jerry D?
Yeah, I remember Jerry. He
You know
was
what I mean?
really good.
Exactly. So Jerry D was the one that back then, even before I did my knee surgery, I used to study him and watch
too
him.
young if you know Jerry D.
Stop it. Stop.
So I used to.
You're not even that young.
I know, you know what I mean? So I used to watch Jerry D and listen to him and see how he went about this thing and I studied and I'm like, and then your boy, Bobby Frey.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The
So-
words, man.
Exactly. So Bobby Frey, Jerry D, those were the two like people that I would study and I'm like, okay, when I get this chance, I'm gonna try to put it in my way and deal it that way. You know what I mean? So when
where are
you,
the words though? You're not using the words.
which word? No. But Bobby Frey words different from my words. You know what I mean? I will do my study and deal it differently. And I'm going to put it in all what that
But
suit me.
all in all, you've improved. You're doing very well. I think you're one of the premier hosts. What?
Correct.
No, he knows.
Oh, yeah. I know.
He knows.
Okay.
Say it again.
One of the premier hosts.
No, I'm going to tell you.
One of the premier hosts
It's
in
never tell you.
Toronto.
I'm going to tell you.
Not Toronto, not Canada, Toronto.
Canada. Think
Right?
good.
So yeah, you
No,
improved
but
a
you know
lot.
what I mean? I didn't even want to put a light on me, but my brother, you know
Speaking
what I
of
mean?
improve,
Mhm.
have you guys ever had this experience?
Here we
And
go.
and that was deep. That was deep. Just so you know, I'm diagnosing that as deep. Have you ever had this experience? You know, you put on your clothes and you know you're leaving your house and you're walking into, let's say, an elevator and it's packed with people, right? And you feel like, you know, you're fresh and you feel like you're a man, you're the man today, and you're walking in the elevator and you know you turn around and you look and you're posing because you're like, yo, I'm fresh today. And then tutus, when you leave the elevator and you're walking and you look down, your fly is open.
No.
Oh, my God.
Or your belt is twisted,
Yeah.
or miss a loop, or you have a snot here, or a book. You just at the time you just didn't know any of that, but you
So,
just feel.
when you did
Have
that,
you ever had that experience?
no,
No.
'cause when you decide say you are the man, you never look in a mirror.
Exactly.
before that, man, that's not how it
Exactly,
works.
bro. Exactly.
Okay, so that kind of happened to me a couple days ago, right? I'm in the elevator, I'm going to work, and I'm like, in the elevator with my bag, my work bag, chilling. You know, people are like, oh, yeah. Mhm. When I left the elevator, my bag is open, my lunch is popping out like this,
Oh, my God.
and I'm like, oh my god! They probably thought, what kind of idiot is this? They didn't even know this bag was open.
But you know the wickedest thing is that
But-
if the tables were turned where it was somebody else, you would have thought that.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, this guy's acting like he's all that.
Exactly. So
He's
that's
like,
what I think.
I'm
now
like,
we
yo,
like-
what this guy's like?
I
idiot.
personally wouldn't have thought that. I'd be like, yo, bro.
I'm not telling him nothing.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But anyway, so that made me think now about self-esteem.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And self-esteem is defined as thinking about one's own worth. You know what I mean? And the question is, do you think some of the things that people do, especially like let's use the dancehall space, girls doing their bodies and you know guys just always resorting to violence, and as soon as a man says something to them, they're gonna go for their gun or what? Do you think that's a self-esteem issue?
I think it's ignorance. Well, for the guys, it's ignorance. For the girls, it's a self-esteem issue, I would say.
So you think it's different? But for me, I think for the guys, it's also a self-esteem issue. Because if you have to resort to violence for every single thing, it means that you don't know who you are. Because if someone says something to you, the reason why you're taking it so offensive to the point where you think you want to get rid of this person is because the person's words is really it's cutting really deep. And if you knew your own worth, nothing should be cutting you that deep, especially for someone that you don't know.
Well, bro, that's from your point of view in terms of from the outside.
Yes, Linky, it's my point of view.
From
I said it.
well, can I feel it? Jesus. You know what, people? When you watch the podcast and this guy keeps cutting me off, just write it in the comment section, please. As I was saying, that is just your point of view, but from the outside looking in. But when you grow up thinking or believing that thump a boy in them face or show a boy my gun,
Right.
or kick up a boy or beat up a boy was the only way of getting out of a situation, or was the only way of making you feel like a man, or was the only way of surviving at the time.
Right.
It's not a matter of what's the word you used just now?
Self-esteem.
Self-esteem. It's not a matter of
Two
self-esteem.
words, actually.
It's not a matter of self-esteem. It's the fact that them grow up that way. They're thinking that is the way of surviving, survival mode. You know what I mean? Because in the streets or in the garrison, like, they don't really take certain disrespect per se, and you can't really talk to an individual. Not saying it's right, but that's just the way how they grew up thinking.
But it goes back to self-esteem. But that is exactly what I'm saying. So whether you grew up that way or not, the reason why that is because your self-worth, right? You're pinning it on what someone else is saying.
But sometimes it's not self-worth. That's what I'm telling you. It's not self-worth. So if you as a youth grew up, and you see your uncle, and I'm gonna talk to your uncle, and the uncle say, "Hey boy, you chat to man, so bloop and box him down."
Right.
You as a youth not gonna feel like say, "Yo, no boy is supposed to talk to me that way."
Because that's what you've learned.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's self-worth. So I've learned that this is how I'm supposed to be.
But that's what I'm saying. You learn that way. You are privileged enough to learn that.
But that's
the youth and the garrison are privileged like that.
No, but
I never
that's what I'm
speak for
saying.
them.
But that's what I'm saying. The person that grew up in the garrison that saw the uncle box the guy with his gun saying not to talk, he learned that, oh, that's how I'm supposed to deal with situations. That's his self-worth. If I don't do that and measure up to that uncle's action, then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's your self-worth. That's what you're measuring up your self-worth against. Right? Which is what I'm saying. That comes down to self-esteem. Because if you knew your self-worth and not measuring it up on someone else's actions like that, even though it has nothing to do with you. Because say you grew up in the garrison in Jamaica, right? And you grew up in jungle or Tivoli, right? At that point in time, that might be necessary for your uncle to have acted that way. But now you migrate to Canada, you're in a dancehall space. There is no reason for you to act the exact same way your uncle acted.
There's no reason.
But I know, but what I'm saying is it's in the back of your head, which that's what built your self-esteem. You're walking and profiling based on the fact that this happened in my life, and this is what I saw, this is what I know, this is how I profile. A lot of guys, they build their whole life on that. Without that, they have nothing. That's self-esteem.
No, I disagree on that. But bro, Mandeville, what do you think, Mandeville?
I mean, I kind of agree more with Damion's side than your side.
Yes.
Not only that, because Linky, I understand when I say some people based on how they grew up to, yes, but time and place. It's like what Damion just said a while ago. Yes, at that time, in that place, you have to act a certain way, but put yourself in a dancehall space where somebody, for example, might step on your shoes or something like that. Yes, the fact that you have to resort to violence, no. It's definitely not the time, definitely not the space. And I personally feel like, apart from self-esteem, some of them might try to look cool in front of them friends, some might do it for a stripe, you know what I say? Because some of them actually come from good homes. Them actually never go through no hardship or nothing. I never have to draw them gun for somebody. Them come from good home, but them just feel like, say, yeah, if you do certain things, make a violate a certain way, and you can't step to me them way because of disrespect, because amongst your peers,
and that's what gives them ratings.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what gives them ratings.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I mean?
You ever get boxed in your face, eh?
Me, never.
Is it box who?
Never.
Jaja.
I've never been boxed. Never been. I've been stabbed though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I've been stabbed. And a man ran me down with a gun before. I was
You run?
I ran past my house.
So you really don't like water gun?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of. I didn't
No, what you do?
I
What you
didn't
do?
stop
You
to
dey
say,
talk
hey,
to
Whoa,
him?
whoa, 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 whoa. Sanjay, let's not jump over the fact that he ran past his house. We don't jump over that part there.
No must. But
I
like
ran
that,
past my
right?
house,
You
bro.
want to think
Real
about him
talk.
family. You
I
want to think
couldn't-
about him house.
My house was too sudden.
Oh, I think
It
about
popped
your
up on
family.
me too sudden.
You know, say I think him think about him family and say, you know, me no want wife and
No,
right
no,
now.
no, no.
No,
To my family.
Sanjay, that's why I said don't jump over that part there because guess what? Your house supposed to be a safety haven, a safety net where you can run girls.
I didn't have the time.
Big guy said no, you have
Pull
to
the
keep
handbrake.
running. Zip.
So hold on, this is when you did there at Jamaica?
Yeah, when I
Yeah,
was younger.
yeah,
I was sitting on the corner talking to a girl because I grew up in the hood, right?
Whoa.
I grew up Falcon.
Whoa.
I grew up in the hood, bro.
Calm down. That's
That's crazy.
Let's
eh?
stick all the
Pause.
papers.
Stick up
I grew up in the hood. Pause.
Not even that pass. You don't go at no hood. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did.
Go on.
Falcon. I
Go
grew
on.
up in Falcon.
Where
Have you
that?
ever been to Ochi?
Yes, I have.
Man, I
Have
didn't
you
know
been
it's
to-
for Falkland.
Have you been to Falkland?
One
When you say
time.
Falkland?
Falkland.
Falkland?
Falkland.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Falkland.
Have you been to Falkland?
No,
Once.
no.
Okay. Why would you say Falkland is not a ghetto?
Bro, this is just me. Maybe I'm ignorant. But
Okay.
that time I don't see nowhere in country as ghetto, bro.
But you see, this is the
That's
Kingston mentality.
madness.
That's the Kingston mentality that I'm telling you about.
Madness.
This Kingston mentality is killing me, bro.
But
Because
carry on with the
Falkland-
story.
But hold on, but Falkland is more of
Hold
a,
on,
of
hold
a
on.
ghetto than where you're from.
Carry
Damion,
on with the story.
If you look at it.
Carry on
Damion,
with the story.
pause. Where him come from in a Kingston? No. Just put that into perspective.
No, I'm
know.
not from Kingston. I'm from St. Catherine.
Yeah,
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that neighborhood across the street is fighting against this neighborhood across the street. When I drove through there, I was like, really, bro? That's how close you guys live?
Mhm,
God, you're
mhm.
stupid.
It's so weird. Anyways,
Yeah.
so I was sitting down with this girl talking. I knew her from when I was younger, right? And then you know, we just normal conversation. And then I seen this guy pushing a bicycle up the street. And she's like, oh, 16, I'll come. I'm like, what? He's like, 16. So the way she was acting, I'm like, okay. So I got up and I was walking. And then he dropped his bicycle and started running. And I looked back because he has dreads. Dreads was flashing. And I'm like, what? So I just started, you know, you can't, come on. Boy stance, prime athlete, knee lip,
Oh my
head
God.
down.
Speaking of champ, shout out to Usain Bolt. He made history 15 years ago on this date.
I don't care.
Yeah, you.
Judge, what's your birthday, man?
What am I here, title, man?
You might be national hero too at
Yo,
some point.
At some point.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, you're a
Stop it.
hater, bro. Yeah, bro.
Bob
But-
Marley should be a hero before him.
The great Bob.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about it on camera, but go ahead. Continue with the story.
Bob Marley should be a national hero before Usain.
Yeah,
Bolt.
but 20 might be at the same time.
But Bob Marley should get it before.
I know race.
Yeah. But yeah, that happened to me, and it was frightening. It was frightening. It
The
wasn't,
most frightening if you ran past
it
your
wasn't a
house.
good experience.
If you ran past your house, that has to
And
be
that
frightening.
gave me high self-esteem.
For you to be chased by a man with gun.
Yes, I ran away from
Oh
him.
my God.
And
You
I
see-
learned.
You saw me I talk about people.
So under the last video we did, this guy commented that, big guy, you should give Jamaica some love. Brother, let me tell you something.
Oh my God, here we go.
Let me tell you something. I don't hate Jamaica. I'm Jamaican, born and bred, right? I hate the idea that people think Jamaicans are supposed to be one way. That's very problematic. I'm as Jamaican as anybody else. I might not be the Jamaican that you expect, but I'm as Jamaican as anybody else. I love my country. I love my culture. I want to see us do better. I don't think we're doing the best we can, and we're in some kind of strange denial about this. And
I
this is
think
why
what
I
he's
say the
saying-
things I say.
I think what the guy is saying is that you focus more on the negative side of Jamaica than the positive.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
A long time Damion says so.
Yes, you do,
No,
brother.
I do not.
Yes, you do. Whether
I
you
do
believe
not.
it or not, I'm telling you, and Sanjay agrees.
Yes.
And the people.
Sanjay's
Yes.
going to agree because we've had arguments about
Yes.
things that he's denying. But
No,
like, for
me not
example,
deny it.
and we're not going to get into it. It's already 74 minutes into the podcast. We don't have time for this right now. But the last time I saw Saunjay, we had a huge debate. No, not the last time. The time before the last. About how safe Jamaica is and how Jamaicans here can't get a space in banquet halls to do parties.
But they
Remember that
can.
debate?
But
Yeah,
yeah,
we're
I
not gonna go
told
back.
him-
yo,
We're not
I
gonna go
told
back.
him-
We're
I
not gonna
told
go
him
back to
that
that.
We
couple
don't
We're
have
not
weeks-
gonna
enough
go back.
time. We don't have
Sanjay,
enough time.
Sanjay, I told him that couple weeks ago. And
It
But it's
is
not
it
true.
is. It is. It is.
We,
It is.
Sanjay, we just spoke about this.
Yeah, but
About
they
about
can.
Vishnu moving the goalpost. We just spoke about
Yeah, but
this.
that no say.
But that's what that means. He's moving the goalpost because he doesn't
But you
want to
can
have.
still get it.
But you're not gonna pay $100,000 for a $10,000 banquet hall. That's
But
what
how you
Vishnu
know
was trying
says
to
a
do.
$10,000 banquet hall?
Because Vishnu was saying, "Yo, the party that you're doing, I know the risk of it. I'm gonna charge you $100,000, and if
All
you're
right.
willing to pay it, obviously he's gonna give it to you. But he's moving the goalpost because
All
he's
right.
not charging. He's not charging Vishnu the same $100K.
All right, quick rebuttal, right?
Right.
When them do weddings, etc., right?
Oh
Let's
my
say
God.
it's
charged by plates. Blah blah.
no,
blah.
no. Let's say them. All right, let's say them not charged by a plate. All
Wait a
right,
minute, man. Speak.
all right. How
I'm
much?
wedding.
How much you think them charge per plate when them do them thing? Like $100 or something like that? $75.
Yeah.
So, let's say for example, a banquet hall can hold 1,000 people.
Right.
What do you think is the reasonable cost for him to charge for that hall? Because in most cases, a 1,000 people them a put in the banquet hall.
Right.
You get what I say?
Right.
So if him charge per person, let's say half of that, that's $35,000, right?
Mhm.
Because they're not charging per plate.
Right.
Him not even a charge, them not even a charge that much. So you get what I say? So if they move the goalpost, can them feel like say what happens why they move the goalpost some of the times too? Because they see the amount, the price for the tickets. And they're like, $40 ticket, $50 ticket, what?
Sanjay, stop it. You're in denial.
No, real shit.
You're
Real
in
shit,
denial.
real shit, real shit.
That's partially true. It's not totally
So
true.
what is the argument though? Are you saying that the banquet hall owners are charging too much?
They're scared of doing certain parties.
Yes, they are scared.
That's my argument.
But think about it from their point of view, right? They don't have much to go off of. They
Yes, they do.
They can go based off
they
of
don't.
what they see in the news.
Or
or
what they're
whatever.
gonna
But
Google.
that's enough. If I
No.
have a
No, but
banquet hall,
look what company news. We don't get positive things like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
but what's positive things? Okay, and I just said it last week on the last podcast that we had that I'm giving the Jamaican community props for what's going on recently. For the past
This
several
summer.
months,
This summer.
several months, it's been really good.
This summer.
All
And
right.
if we keep that up,
Pause.
we be okay.
Pause.
We both
You
be
see what you
okay.
say past several months has been good? How is that reflected in the media? Do you see that comment on the news say,
It's
hey
reflected,
guys,
but this is the thing.
Nope,
we've been
it's
doing
not.
It's
great.
reflected- No, but
It's
hold
not.
on, Sanjay. It's
But-
reflected in the media by not being in the media. It's okay. You know soccer. You know ball game, right? Sometimes certain positions in the soccer game, it's not the ones who you're seeing every minute that's playing really good ball. Like for example, you're playing central midfield. The less you're seeing the central in the game, that means he's doing his position very well. The more you're seeing certain things, is the more mistake people are making, and it's highlighted. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing here. You're not seeing certain things in the media. That's a good thing. So you don't want to be in the news because remember, the news is about drama. Once you're not in the news, that's a good thing.
this is how you shoot
Yeah,
yourself. Because
I was just
for
supposed to say
the
that.
Indian man where rent in place,
Right.
that not gonna work for him. He
Yep.
might go based off of what him see,
See,
or what he can
exactly.
But
search.
what I'm saying, but this is what I'm
Mm.
saying. At this point in time, the Indian man, we can't rely on news to help us or narrative to help us. You know what we have
That's
to do?
what we did.
You know what we have to do? We have to keep doing things to help ourselves. And if we keep on this trajectory, we'll be okay. I told you this. We had this conversation
Mhm.
after Kingston. And you made a very good point. You said, I don't bad mind people's parties because I want people to do well with their parties.
Yeah,
Right? Because the better you do is the better it is for all of us.
correct.
And it's you don't even know how deep that statement is.
yeah,
But we talked about Kingston Music Fest last year and how it affected parties for like months after.
yeah. That's
So I'm
true.
saying a part of why every single party of the Kingston Music Fest was way worse than it should have been was because of Kingston Music Fest. And what happened?
But you know one thing about Kingston Fest again that people are not really looking into, like what was the issue at Kingston Fest? Because I wasn't there. It was the same time as Best Weekend last year. But from my point of view, looking in, he got all the artists there, right? He had police there. The venue was booked and everything. There was something going on with the sound. Yes.
Right.
How do we bring that back to the promoter or the event planners fault. You get what I'm saying? Because
Well,
he had all
I
these
can I
people
can
there.
speak I
He
can
didn't
speak
do any
I
false
can speak from what I've
advertising.
heard. I didn't go. I didn't go
Yeah.
to Kingston Music Fest. I spoke to the person who was a part of the production team,
In production, okay.
and they told a person who was part of the production team, a person who was part of the fencing,
Yeah.
and they told me that they told him being the organizer, that this what you're doing isn't going to work for the type of people that you're expecting.
Okay.
So this was discussed before. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not. And it was still decided, we're going to do it. Right? So to answer your question, it could be cutting corners. Right? Because that production is super expensive. If you want to do things the right way, you have to put your money out. Right? And, some people are thinking, yeah, I could do this and it could still work if we're lucky. Unfortunately, they just weren't lucky.
Yeah, but nobody's talking about the fact that you paid an artist to come here. You got your money in full. You got more than what I personally think you deserve. And then for that artist to go on a platform with his 2 million plus followers
But
to bash him.
yeah, I didn't
You know what I'm
agree
saying?
with that part. I didn't agree with that part. But him responding was stupid. And also, I also think that as a organizer, you assume the responsibility of what you're doing,
True.
and that's a part of you doing your event, and that's a part of you controlling that space. When whatever happened at fruition happened, I had to deal with that. I had to deal with aftermath.
Yeah.
Right? I had nothing to do with it. I don't even know who that person is,
Bro,
but I had to deal with it.
I saw everything happening live. I couldn't even believe that this is a step that the guy was taking at fruition. I'm just watching him like, this can't end well. I'm just wondering to myself if the guy right now is seeing that this is not gonna end well for you.
And SIU just
Bro, like
3 weeks
it
ago.
just-
3 weeks ago, just called the police.
Yo, listen.
3 weeks ago.
It couldn't end well.
they
I'm
showed-
looking at it live
Yeah.
happening with the guy walking, going further and further. I'm like, this can't end well for you. How do you not see that it's not gonna end well?
Right,
Mm.
right.
But
So yeah, but all in all, also too, I did a party at York. People fought outside, and someone got hurt, and I got in trouble for it. I don't even know who was fighting. I didn't even see the fight.
it's kind of like
That's how it
Sans.
goes when you do events.
Yeah.
You're responsible. So to go back to your question, how is that a promoter's responsibility? Is his responsibility because he's the one who's organizing the event.
That's true.
So when
that's true.
things happen, you have to take responsibility for it. That's the first thing you do.
The type of backlash that I have to deal with based on the incident that happened at Sands, the type of the different narratives of what happened, especially from people that were there
At Woodbine,
versus
right?
people that weren't there. And I'm like,
Right.
you're telling me what happened? I was there. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's just like, it's unfortunate what happened. Could it have been prevented? Is it Rexdale why it happened? No, it's not Rexdale why it happened. You know what I'm saying?
What was happened?
It's it was an incident that was provoked based on what happened. It's like from multiple sources, the person that unfortunately got hurt, he was the aggressor. He was warned multiple
Oh, the person who got
times.
hurt was the aggressor?
Yes.
Oh.
He was warned multiple times by multiple people to relax. They told his friends like, calm down. This, that. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Not everybody's gonna deal with every situation the same. So you're in the wrong person, and then boom, he got hit by a bottle, and multiple sources, multiple news outlets saying yes, gunshots were fired.
That's
this,
what I
that,
heard.
That, and the third. It's even in the news right now that was heard. I'm like, weird. I was there.
People
There
said
was
they
no
heard
shots
3
fired.
gunshots.
No,
Well,
there was no
that's-
shots. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But again, with so much people in a space, once you see people running, you're gonna run. It was and then that wasn't even the first stampede based off of that incident, and it was settled after. There was another set of people that decided this is a brilliant, I'm gonna use your word, opportunity to rob the bar.
Oh shit! They robbed
But
the
they
bar.
robbed the bar?
Of course.
Damn.
So that's what I'm saying. A lot of things that were happening, people don't really realize. So what they did, they started something else to start
to distract
another
people.
stampede. So it was a distraction So then they stole iPads from the bar. They stole liquor from the bar. They stole cash from
That's
the
why
bar.
you have to have your protocols now.
Yes.
So as soon as the
but-
stampede, you just shut down
You know
the
what
bar.
I'm saying? Regardless of whoever started, whatever, the guy, he did get hurt really bad. It is unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Did he recover?
He's, I don't think he'll ever be normal again. Like, he won't be back to
Brain
100.
damage kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, sorry to
You know
hear
what I'm saying?
that.
I don't know who did it or whatever, but these are just the
So
stories that I've heard.
beat him?
He got hit with a
No,
bottle.
he got hit with a bottle, but he got hit with a bottle
on the head.
pretty
Oh.
bad. You know what I'm saying? But
They
that's
thought he
just
was
to show
dead, I
you-
think.
Yeah, exactly.
They thought
That's
he was
just to
dead.
show you that sometimes it's not about how it started or who started it. The end result, again, and who's ultimately responsible,
Mhm.
it goes back to, like Damion says, the event planner. You know what I'm saying?
Which is
Right.
right.
Well,
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Saunjay, I'm telling you from now, this podcast, this episode is gonna be called "The Story of Saunjay,"
No.
and that's because we're
Yo.
giving you flowers. So thank you for coming, brother. This was
Nah,
really
man,
good.
Big up
We
yourself.
had a
Thanks for
conversation
having
for
me.
an hour and a half about basically you and what's going on with you. And as I said earlier, I wish you more success moving forward.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we can do some business together in the future. You know?
All right, you heard it here first. Demigods and milk and honey.
Yeah, and Linky owes me a free hosting.
So the show is already
Yeah, nah,
set.
forget what
The show is already set. The show is already set.
Sanjay, now forget that free part thing, but it's okay. I got you, brother. I got you. All right, so as big guys said, thank my brother Sanjay for passing through, for pulling up, giving us some free game on how to keep an event and what makes an event successful. You know what I mean? So episode 11, what's the name of it?
The Story of Saunjay. And remember, share, like, comment at the bottom.
But most importantly, subscribe.
Sub-
And
Come
don't
on,
forget,
okay.
people, don't bad mind your friend them. Wait your turn.
Right.
Put in the work. You'll get where you're going.
Right.
Time is a must.
Don't badman the podcast. Please subscribe.
Yeah, man. Subscribe and follow. That is it.
All right, you know what it is. Until next week, be kind to one another, but most important, peace.
Class, I think tough.